Oh, hello Capricorn. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If Capricorn is your sun, your moon, or your rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. I'm merely the messenger, all right? And I ask that you connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. Remember, Capricorn, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. All right, now we've got a Prince of Cups. It may be a water sign person, it may be a Scorpio person. This is somebody that does not quite mean what they say. Their energy, their aura is it's kind of presenting one thing, is showing you one thing. Their words are telling you something different. And we had a card that sort of popped itself out sideways from the pack, and that was the Six of Swords. All right, we're going to take these two together because I feel like you have, I feel like this is someone else in your life. This is somebody that's been on your mind a lot lately, somebody that you are starting something with, maybe romantically, professionally, personally, a friend, a family member, a coworker, whatever. I feel like you have a certain perception that everything is simpatico, that everything is on the same page, that everybody is kind of has the same plan here. I feel like this person has a different sort of plan. Now we're going to look at some more cards and see if we can get some context with this. But with the Six of Swords, I feel like you're somebody who, it takes a lot to get you to trust somebody. Yeah. And then once you do, I kind of feel like you open up, you relax, you know. It may be that once somebody passes a certain length of time or a certain series of questions or tests or something, that you kind of you give them a passing grade and you say, okay, I can trust them. They're, you know, we're solid, right? And then maybe we let our guard down a little bit after that. Okay, because this is a desire, I feel, of having everything work out. This is kind of the idea. This is what I want my life to go this way. And so sometimes we kind of, it's a bit Procrustean, right? We sometimes try to cram things in to what we think is our ideal plan. This is the way we want our life to go. And this feels like a person who you're trying to sort of squeeze them in there and say, yeah, they fit. It works. Everything's perfect. Just fine, right? But I don't know. We need some more cards, okay? I don't want to give too many sort of analogies here before we get some more information. So let's put the rest of our cards out here. And because this was an extra card, I think we're going to sort of we're going to leave that as an additional card. And we got an Ace of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Lover's card, Six of Pentacles, Four of Wands, Two of Wands, and your Capricorn power card at the end. That's the Knight of Pentacles. But I don't feel like celebrating just yet. Okay. Now I don't think this is going to be a bad reading. Nothing to be scared of. Don't change the channel. But there's something here you need to see. Okay. Because there is. I think there's something in you that doesn't trust this. There's part of you that really is trying to make it fit. But I think in the back of your mind, deep down in your heart, your soul somewhere, you kind of feel that there's something sort of off here with this person. Okay? Spirit's telling you to look for alternatives. I don't know if this is somebody that you're maybe thinking of going into business with, or there's some sort of a transaction that's pending, if it's someone trying to sell you something, or if it's a romantic thing. It could be a romantic thing too. There's not, I mean, it really could go either way here. You're being told to look for alternatives. This is not the person. Okay? This is not the person. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. It's going to go right here. We're going to put Jimbo the Lizard King, a.k.a. Mr. Lizard, right there on top. We're not going to look at that card till the very end, but it will tie everything together and it will give us the confirmation that we need. Spirit is saying that you need some new goals, long-term goals. And I think that's why we see the Knight of Pentacles there at the end. Because this is the card of kind of having that vision of the long term, of seeing what the future is for you, who you are, where you are, and what you're doing 5-10 years down the road. But that's the last card we've got to talk about today. We have to get through all this other energy first. And, well, let's take a look around. We've got the one major arcana energy, right? Is that the only one? Yeah, that's the only one, the Lover's card. And the Lover's card is kind of what we're looking forward to. And it's kind of like, this is the plan. This is your ideal. This is what you want. This is it. And this Lover's card does not have to be romance, okay? So the rest of you put your pitchforks away. But it could be. Okay, and I'll take the flack for that if y'all don't like the romance stuff. But between these two cards, the Lovers and the Six of Swords, I feel like this is what we are really hoping for in life. This is our plan to kind of unite. Now, the Lover's card could be the romantic thing. We could say this is our plan to sort of fall in love, find our soulmate, live happily ever after. Like this is what we want to find, that perfect, ideal soulmate, right? Relationship. Okay, that's the one, and that's it. This could be the same as far as the job, the career. It could be finding that friend, finding that place in your life, that sense of purpose. It could be finding, I don't know, it could be talking about a pet or something too. It doesn't have to be a romantic union, okay? But this is a decision, a choice, of coming together with something that we feel is absolutely perfect for us, okay? That perfect relationship. And you've got your plan here. You've got like this Six of Swords that is saying, this is going to go a certain way, you know? And I think it is your plan to have this union, to have this coming together of energies, whether it's you and a person, you and idea, you and the career thing, maybe the, where did they go? Maybe the Prince of Cups is not a person necessarily, but it could be that job, right? It could be that school you want to go to, that organization you want to join, right? Something like that. It's symbolized by this person, okay? But it may represent a larger institution. And it is kind of something that I think you have experienced. You've seen it. You've talked to that person, or you've toured the college or whatever, and I feel that you do think, hey, this is the one. This is the one. I'm gonna get this union here, right? But I feel that there's something sort of sneaking up on you that's saying, maybe this isn't as perfect, as harmonious, as beautiful, right? Six. The Six is all about the beauty of the thing. It's, wow, this is exactly what I wanted. This is everything that I wanted. But it's kind of like when you're going to buy a house or buy a car, and maybe it is something to do with that. We could be talking about some sort of property here. We do have some earth energy. It's as if you're going to look at a house, and you really want a house. This money's burning a hole in your pocket, right? You really want a house. And you go and you take a look at something and you say, gosh, that's got everything I want. I love everything about this thing. This is so perfect. But then, let's say you buy the house. A couple of weeks go by, you start to think, oh gosh, I wish this didn't have stairs like this, or oh, I hate these windows, you know, or I really don't like the layout. I can't stand the kitchen. The countertops are horrible. You start to realize that there are a lot of things you don't like about it. But because in the moment, We're so eager to satisfy this dream of ours that in that moment it appears absolutely perfect. And we have that over here too with the Six of Pentacles. Okay, but up above everything, I think, is the reality of it, that this is not as perfect as you hope that it is. And Spirit's kind of saying, look for other alternatives. Don't just buy the first house you see. Go look at a bunch of them. Take your time, to figure out what exactly you want and what you don't want and be able to recognize it. You do it, you go through a lot of things, buying a car, buying a house or whatever, or even dating, right? You meet with a lot of houses, and it starts to sort of, you lose some of that initial excitement that sort of drives you to like the first one that seems good, that's perfect, I'm going to take it. You go look at a dozen houses and you're kind of bored, you're kind of just, I'm over it already. And so you're able to see things a little bit more objectively, to be able to say, well, yeah, this one is good, but it's got that kind of roof that I don't like, or it's going to need some work, and I don't like the neighborhood really, or the driveway kind of sucks, or whatever it is. Rather than just, oh my God, it's a house, I love it. That being sort of awestruck kind of wears off, right? So Spirit's telling you to look around more. Look at some alternatives, right? So you can more calmly and objectively see what you like and what you don't like, and that you can see things for what they really are rather than just sort of being awestruck by something, yeah? And then trying to sort of, make yourself believe that it is absolutely perfect. Now, I think that this is something like that. We have that the Ace of Pentacles in the position that's kind of leading you to this union. So it might have to do with property, might be a car, a house, a job. It could be a romantic partner as well. It's just kind of, it's up in the air right now what this Ace of Pentacles signifies. But down beneath everything, we've got that Two of Swords. It's a decision for you whether or not this is the one and you're going to move forward, or if it is not. It's kind of a yes or no answer, right? And it's difficult for you to make that decision on a rational basis, because you are kind of, it's almost, I kind of want to say that you're just like moonstruck, right? Usually with this card, I say you've got to kind of follow your intuition here. You got to follow that crescent moon at the top of that card, you see, rather than trying to use your logical mind. Today we're saying the exact opposite. Every card has light and shadow. The tarot is very contextual, okay? In this case, you don't want to really trust your lunar energy, because that can be sort of whisked away, can be sort of moonstruck by something, by just the feeling of something, right? We want to be objective. We want to be calm and rational. And if you go and look at your first house and you're just so excited, don't buy it. Say no. Look at it, take some notes or whatever, but walk away from it. Make sure you go look at a few more until the excitement wears off, until you almost go and you're just kind of bored doing it. Okay? And I know that sounds sort of counterintuitive. It is. It is counterintuitive. And if this is a dating context, then I think the same thing applies. But I can hear the objections, and I'm aware that they're there, because you're meeting new people. You want to explore those relationships that give you the butterflies, right? That kind of make you feel something. Yes, that's true. But I think that if we allow that initial excitement to wear off, then we're in a more sort of objective frame of mind. And then as we're encountering other people or other cars or other houses or whatever, and I'm not trying to say that relationships are like property, but in a big decision like this, a big commitment that you're looking to make, you got to take your time. That's all I'm trying to say. All right. Now, the Five of Pentacles in the background here, we might literally be talking about a place to live. a house, an apartment, or whatever it is. The Five of Pentacles is something going on in the past that needs a fixin', right? There's some changes happening, and it might really be the idea that you've got to move, and maybe you've got to move very quickly. For whatever reason, it feels like there's some urgency here. And because there is this sort of chaos, that things are sort of up in the air, it's almost as if we're willing to accept the first thing that's going to stabilize it. Okay? That we're willing to accept the first thing that's going to stabilize the energy, even though it might not be the absolute best thing, And maybe that's part of what you've got to figure out with your Two of Swords is, how do we balance the need to hurry up and get something done, right, versus the need to kind of get it done right? How urgent is this? Is this something that you literally have to make a decision tomorrow? So then you have very limited time to shop around, okay? Or is this something that it's really not that urgent? You've got a few days, a few weeks, a few months to pick the absolute best one that you can find within your time frame. You have to be the judge of that. I don't know the answer. I feel that there is a sense of urgency here, but I don't know in a literal way if that urgency exists, But the Five of Pentacles here, it's showing that there is some change going on that you're looking to stabilize. See, when we got the 5 plus the ace, we think we're going to get the 6, right? We think, well, this is the answer to all my problems. And here we see this is now problem solved. We're in this really happy day, best day of our life kind of thing. This is the day you close on the house, This is the day you sort of go official in your relationship or whatever. And we think that this is the one. But with that Prince of Cups, there's something underneath the surface here that isn't readily apparent to you. You're kind of blinded by the emotions. You're blinded by all this water. You're not seeing the truth that's inside this card. You're not seeing what's really going on underneath the surface. Okay? And if you're looking at a house, yeah, maybe it looks perfect from a distance or from kind of first glance, But the more you look around, the more you look at some other houses, then you'll start to see what this one was really missing. You see? And of course, the Seven of Cups up at the top here is kind of, the difference between wanting to buy the house just to say, okay, I'm done, I've succeeded, problem solved, and this is it, versus taking our time and doing something the right way. It's almost like there's kind of this wish for you to get it done just to get it done. Just to kind of say, okay, I did it, it's done, I've succeeded. This card's about the illusion of success, right? It's the appearance of having made a big decision and having this thing. Do you want this thing just to have it, or are you willing to sort of wait for the perfect one? It's not that this is your situation, but somebody who is very much interested in having a romantic relationship, just because they don't want to be without one. Does that make sense? And so it's kind of the first person that seems willing to do that, to commit, then that's fine. It's good enough, right? Because it's not so much about the positive energy moving forward, but it's about what we're sort of trying to run away from, what we're trying to escape. If there's a problem, Five of Pentacles, the problem that we need fixing, then any old thing that'll fit the bill, fixed, right? Because we're reacting to the problem rather than really kind of desiring that future state. And I hope that makes sense. I hope that's not offensive. The Lover's card, we talked about the Lover's card. Let's move on to the Path of the Serpent. Okay. Part of me doesn't even really want to post this reading. I don't know that I'm going to. If you're watching this, then obviously I did, but I feel like this is a message that you really need, but I feel that it's not really what you want to hear, But if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. I appreciate it. It's really helpful. It's important that we all try to support our favorite YouTube readers, tarot readers here on YouTube, okay? I know I'm probably your number one favorite, but everybody else that you enjoy too. YouTube is not favoring the tarot readers at the moment, okay? No judgment on YouTube. They got their own thing going, but we've got to stick together as tarot, the tarot community here. So support all your favorite readers, okay? 6 of Pentacles. Again, this is sort of problem, solution. Okay, solved, right? Success, material success. You wanted a house, you got a house. Doesn't really matter what house, but now it's just, now you can say, I bought a house, it's fine. But when it really comes time to start living in that, then I think we're really going to see it's like the sober reality is going to hit us. Okay, and we're going to see how much work this thing actually is going to need, and is the work worth it? It's kind of like in real estate, in automotive sales, in relationships, you really don't want the fixer-upper, right? Unless specifically that's what you're looking for, unless you're someone that like flips houses and you want the one that's kind of needs some work, right? Because you're going to fix it up and you're going to sell it. It's going to be great. You really don't want the one that needs fixing. You want the one that is going to please you and satisfy you and make you happy right now. Because you don't know if you're going to be able to fix it up the way you like it. What if the problems are too fundamental? What if the foundation isn't good? What if the layout of the house is just, it's not what you want. It's not what you like. It doesn't resonate with you. You can't change that sort of stuff. Right? Maybe it's the roof, right? You can change the roof, but it's going to cost you. You can completely renovate the kitchen, but you should have just got a house that had the kitchen you liked to begin with, So, the 4 of Wands here is the idea of cycles. It's sort of completing a cycle here. And I feel that this is, again, kind of I've said this before, anytime we see a 5, we start looking for the 4. We got the 4 here. It's kind of saying, don't move forward with this one just to get your 6 of Pentacles. Just sort of complete this cycle of your spiritual development, of your karma, right? It's kind of saying, let's go back to a 4. Right? Let's settle this thing down. Let's calm ourselves down, not by a quick fix, an instant solution, but by recognizing what our need really is, recognizing what the urgency really is, without getting ourselves entangled in something that, as a little bit of time goes on, we might see is not really what we want. Okay? So instead of taking this problem that we see with the 5 and moving forward to get the 6, let's just calm it down. Let's trace it back to its origins. What's the change that's going on now? What really is happening at the moment? Don't rush anything. Spirit's saying don't rush it. Okay? And I think if you give this thing more time to evolve, the 2 of Wands here might present itself. You might see that there is some sort of fundamental conflict between you and this person, you and this job, you and this house, whatever it is. It's that idea that you don't have to accept the first thing that comes along. And I think that if you hold out a little bit longer with this 2 of Wands, you're going to see that you dodged a bullet. You're going to see that there are some fundamental irreconcilable differences between you and this person, this house, this job, this coworker, or whatever it is, okay? That you clash with this person on a very core level, core beliefs, very foundational aspects of your character, of your belief system, of your life, right? And so this is something that, even if it's you're okay with a fixer-upper, this is something that you can't fix. It's like the foundation of a house. You can't really change it. now that it's there, you can maybe try to fix it a little bit, but it's like you can't tear down the house and build it up again from the ground up at that core level. Okay? It's built on a blueprint. It's built on plans that don't resonate with you. Okay? And this takes us back, of course, to our original Six of Swords, because this is the blueprint. This is your set of plan. This is the plan. This is your blueprint for life. I think you're going to come to realize that this person, whoever this Prince of Cups turns out to be, you're going to realize that they have a different blueprint than you. And that's just incompatible. And it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with them, but it means that there's just a fundamental difference here. At a very core level, you're built on different blueprints. You're operating off different programs, different algorithms, and there's just no compatibility. Okay? And so what that brings us to is the Knight of Pentacles. Okay? And that is you reevaluating your long-term plans. This is telling me that a karmic situation is almost over for you. You've got to hold out before you do something kind of impulsive, perhaps, just to solve the problem. Okay? Instead of getting to, this is kind of putting a Band-Aid on the problem, right? We put that ace on the 5, and it looks like a 6 now. It kind of says, look, I'm a 6 of Pentacles. No, you're a 5 with a Band-Aid on it. The cycle's almost over. Instead of moving forward with this quick fix or this Band-Aid, trace it back to its origins and find out what this karmic lesson is supposed to be teaching you. We reevaluate our long-term plans. Okay? I feel like you are considering a new home or work environment. The Spirit's telling me that this is something to do with that, for sure. But this is one of your superpowers. Okay? And this is your ability to sort of have the vision of your future self. Who are you? Where are you? What are you doing 5 years down the road? Is this the thing? Is this person there? Are you in this house? Can you see yourself in this job 5-10 years from now? Can you see yourself with this person 5-10 years from now? Or with that car? Or with that job, that career, with that school, whatever it is. Okay? We have to do this work in order to see before we make any, and it feels like before we make any sort of action, take any sort of sudden moves here, we've got to both look at the future and we've got to look at the past about what the origin of that 5 of Pentacles is for you. Okay? We don't want to be careless here. And Spirit's saying that this is some kind of a contract or a transaction or something like that. Yeah. So be careful. Let's look at the mystery card, shall we? What is this going to be? We could, well, maybe we can expect some better water energies. Maybe we'll see the Lover's card again, but in the future, after we've done all this work and we've evaluated things, and it's kind of, and it's, because I feel like Spirit's telling you to sort of hold off on this plan. Don't just jump into something just to sort of create the illusion of a 6 of Pentacles. We really want it to be the right one. So it's okay if your plans are a little bit slow rolling right now. Okay? So I feel like we're going to get something either about slowing down, maybe an 8 of Pentacles, something about the future achievement, a union, right? Maybe another Lover's card. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments. Here we go. The Libra energy. Appropriate evaluation, higher discernment. That objective spiritual vision of the thing. You got to see it for what it really is here. And I think that this is sort of well, you're weighing the options for one. You're weighing how urgently do I want to fix this versus how intensely do I desire to really fix it the right way? Am I doing this just to get rid of a problem, or am I doing this because I really want this union? I really want this thing moving forward. This is about you also accurately judging other people. I know you say, what We're not supposed to be judgmental. How dare you? You're not judging something's or someone's intrinsic value. You're judging their relative value. How appropriate is this job for me? How appropriate is this relationship for me? And when I say relationship, I don't just mean friends, family, and romantic relationships with everything, with yourself, with objects, with habits, with other entities, with businesses, with, every aspect of life. Everything is a relationship. It's how we relate to things. So we're evaluating that and understanding what this Four of Wands is in the context of the Five of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles, right? Because I feel like you're here right now. You're kind of in this limbo. There's something there's something going on here. There's some sort of uneasiness, some sort of chaos kind of thing, right? There's something is sort of, there's a lot of fluctuation. You can either go forward to the Six or backwards to the Four. We could get to the root of something, find out really what's making this thing tick. This uneasiness, this feeling of disquiet, right? Or we can move forward with something to get that relief, to get that perfect day, to get that ultimate success of the Six of Pentacles. But is it really a Six of Pentacles, or is it just putting a Band-Aid on the Five and not really getting that? So in other words, we're still here. We're still here in this feeling of upset or worry or stress or whatever this is. Putting a Band-Aid on that does not give us a real Six of Pentacles. So it feels as if we've got to go back to this, figure out what is really happening here. And it's going to require your objective evaluation of this person, this entity, this company, this house, whatever it is, and of the next one too, and of yourself, right? This is exactly the energy that we need right now. Okay. Anyway, we're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, there's a link up top. There's one down below. New readings for Capricorn, Thursdays and Sundays. Be sure to watch both readings. Okay. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. Does not cost you anything. And leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.